Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of the Nude Troop podcast. This is your home for feeling better in your skin. And guess what? We are in a monumental shift era and I am so fucking excited about it. I could just die. We are in the process of a complete brand overhaul, company overhaul, and I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready for you to get access to it. As you know, I'm a boudoir photographer. I've been in business for 10 years. April 6th will be 10 years, which is just incredible. I started this company knowing I wanted to take photos because I lost my dad super unexpectedly, and I just didn't want anybody to ever feel like they didn't have memories saved. And it has morphed into literally utilizing photography to help heal people's relationships with their body. Our new slogan, I'm so excited about it. Is body acceptance through the lens of boudoir. And guess what? The Nude Troop and Caitlin Scott are one. This brand is one, and I'm so fucking excited about it. I cannot wait to talk more about it. But for today, we're going to take a little tangent. We're going to do a little diversion away from what I've been doing this last week. This week has been fucking hard. So I just buried myself in work. As you know, I lost my dog a week ago Sunday, and it was the hardest week of my life. Without a doubt. Grief is wild and unexpected and all the things. But I buried myself in work. I finished my taxes, which pin a rose on my nose. Whoever thought taxes was like a thing that we should be doing in the United States, come to the front of the line. We need to talk. Taxes are the worst. Yeah, I'm sure you know. But they're done. And so I did that. I completely redid my website. I completely redid my branding. I'm now up and running for guests to start coming onto this podcast. I've been inviting people all week. It has been a monumental shift and I'm so fucking excited. So we are kind of shifting away from that and we are going to talk about retreats. I know, surprise. So as you know, I'm a boudoir photographer and I am a big believer that if I am going to ask you to do something, I myself also need to be able to do it. Meaning, I host retreats. I also go on retreats as both an attendee through education. I go on retreats because if I'm expecting you to come and show up and come to these retreats and be authentic and show your whole heart and soul and come and have a transformative experience, I also myself need to be doing the same thing. I'm never going to ask you to do something I wouldn't personally do. It's why I get in front of the lens. It's why I do selfies at home. It's why I do my own boudoir shoots. It's why I pay other boudoir photographers to shoot me. I am never going to ask you to show up the way I won't. I just won't do it. And so with that being said, I am going to 2 retreats in Bali. Hello. I'm so excited. These have been booked for over a year. One of them has been booked for like a year and change. I booked the first one, I think September of 2024. And then I most recently booked the second one. They're like consecutive. So I go to one retreat, there's a couple of days in between, and then I go to another retreat. Both of them are in Bali, both with people I just adore. And they are heavy hitters in the boudoir world. One is kind of like a girls trip, tantric healing, sensuality retreat. And the other one is like a creatives boudoir retreat. Very different themes, very different feels, but very on brand for where we're going and where the Nude Troop is going. And it's just going to be a shift, a total game changing shift. My life is not going to look anything like my previous life has looked. And we are opening a new chapter. I really feel like after Monroe's passing, there's just this humongous shift that has happened in my brain. And she wasn't holding me back from anything, but I was living my life in this like limbo of anticipation. When is she going to go? What kind of care do I need to give? And since her tumor first ruptured in October, I feel like my life has been on hold. Not that I would change a single thing or how it happened or what I did, but my life has felt like it's been on hold since October. And I feel like every decision I've made has been in the realm of making sure that she was taken care of and not really like looking to the future because I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know if I could plan trips. I didn't know if I could plan extensive retreats because who's going to watch her? Is she going to be healthy? So We are in the era of turning a new page. Every day has gotten a little bit better. It is still all consuming. It's going to be all consuming for a while, and that is okay. I'm going to give myself that grace because I think it is important. But what that means is I'm going into Bali with a mentality that I didn't think I was going to have. The Nude Troop brand and Caitlin Scott are one. I know that when somebody comes to me for a photo shoot, there was a lot of preliminary stuff that had to happen for them to come and be in my space. With that being said, I have never offered any sort of support outside of just like the preliminary emails. They get like, this is what you need to do. This is how you pack, blah, blah, blah. There is no like entry level to work with me and Caitlin Scott and the Nude Troop. There has never been that before. I know that there is a foundation that needs to be built before you get into my studio. I've never offered that. And the Nude Troop is that. It is a foundation. It is a space for you to come if you are just curious about what it feels like to live in a body that isn't holding you back. Curious about what body liberation is and fat activism and just body acceptance and tolerance, right? And so now Caitlin Scott and the Nude Troop are one essentially big giant foundation where you can come in at any point in your journey and you can find something that fits you, whether it's through the education, whether it's through the community, whether it's through in-person events, retreats, which I'm hosting in October. Hello, are you coming? Whether it's through photo shoots, whether it's through learning how to do selfies at home, those all impact one another. They're not standalone. They're not pillars that run independently. There is essentially a path from point A to point B. So you can walk into this space not feeling like you have any clue where to start with body liberation. And we can get you to the point where you're feeling comfortable in front of a camera, so much so that it is going to change the projection of your life. I know that. I've seen it over the last 10 years. The power of art and photography is immense, It changes the projection of your life when you can feel confident in the body that you have and know that it does not define your worth. It does not limit your access or your ability to do things. It does not matter what size you are in order to go chase your dreams and live a big, delicious, juicy life, right? So they are all one now. And with the retreat aspect, again, I'm not going to ask you to do something that I personally wouldn't do. It is vulnerable to go into a space knowing that you are stepping into a whole other realm with people that you may or may not know, trusting the process and hoping that the outcome is good. I book retreats to go on because I know that I need to know what it feels like for you all when you come and you put your trust in me as both your tour guide, your educator, your support system, your cheerleader, your photographer, the person who feeds you, the person who houses you. I need to know what it feels like to be on the other side so that I can show up for you authentically. I say all of that to say there is a big part of retreats that people don't talk about. And I want to talk about it today because over the last 2 weeks, I have experienced it. And it is shopping for clothes. I'm going to send this to my attendees because here's the deal. If you live in a body that is not an extra large or smaller, shopping for clothes to go to a retreat that you're so fucking excited about can derail your momentum. It can derail your momentum, and that is okay. It's okay. It's okay because the system is broken. Your body is not. I'm going to say it again. The system is broken. Your body is not. If you live in a body that is above a traditional XL, which is a size 12, which 60% of the population in the United States resides in a size 12 plus body, that is a huge portion of the population that is not catered to. You cannot just walk into a store and buy clothes. Me and my mom have gone out twice now to find clothes for me to wear in Bali. I'm the sweatiest human you've ever met. In life, you've never met somebody sweatier. And I say that not for the shame factor, because I don't give a shit, but because the way I have to shop for clothes and what I look for in clothes is very different than just like somebody who lives in a body that doesn't sweat and fold and roll and stretch and squiggle and do all the things, right? So I'm looking for very specific clothes. And I pulled some numbers because I'm actually a little embarrassed about this. Do I have a shopping problem? Yes, I'm aware of that. I've been going through a portion of I feel like my life is out of control. And when I do this, growing up, I had an eating disorder because I felt like my life was out of control. I felt like the only thing I could control was the size of my body. As an adult, is now manifesting as like a weird kind of shopping thing. When life feels out of control, I feel like the things I can control, the things that give me serotonin are like little things coming from Amazon or let me treat myself to a new set of shoes or whatever. I'm aware that this is the thing. In this instance, it was not. It was not. It was a product of necessity. And I'm still a little bit embarrassed about it because I understand that there is an issue here. But here's the deal. We went out shopping for clothes. We went to, let's see, Old Navy, REI, Torrid, the mall, Athleta, Lululemon, Belk, Macy's. Oh God, there's more in there. Walmart, Wally World. We go to Walmart. Fuck Target. We didn't shop at Target. We're still boycotting Target in these parts. The Goodwill, Durham Rescue Mission, and then I've shopped online. So I think all told, 10 stores, and I've been shopping online and trying to source clothes for the last few months, because I knew that this was going to be a problem. And I'm going to say this because I have to say it to myself. I almost left in tears yesterday. I was just so sad. I was so sad because nowhere has plus size clothes. No one has plus size clothes in store. I have an Athleta credit card and I've had it for years because they used to offer plus size clothes in store. They no longer do that. I left and I literally said, I'm going to be canceling my card because they just don't cater to people my size. They don't carry anything above an XL in store anymore. Everything is, well, you can try on the XL and if it doesn't fit, we can order it. I don't want to order it. I want to walk out with it. So stopped in there, nothing. Lulu, same thing. Although Lulu is just kind of like a non-size inclusive. Although I will say their 14 is like a 2X. Which is the biggest the size that they have in store. But I live in a very privileged plus size body. I can fit into a traditional 2X occasionally. I can't fit in bottoms. My legs are just too long and my butt's too big. But I can squeeze into a 2X top for the most part. So I do live in a very privileged plus size body. I'm aware of that. And I understand that the privilege and my stance on this comes from that place, right? So I know that if it doesn't fit me, it's not going to fit the majority of the country because I live in like a very traditional size 18 2X body and a lot of the population is bigger than I am. So if it doesn't fit me, it's not fitting anybody above me, which I think is fucking horrendous. Like, why are we, whatever. So I go into all these stores. There's no plus sizes. Mom's looking on her phone and my mom is the sweetest human ever. I love you, Mom. I hope you're listening. She promised that she was going to start listening to my podcast. I think she's a big fat liar, but that's okay. Actually, don't listen from here on forward because I'm going to talk numbers, Mom, and we know that you don't want to hear it. So my mom's looking on her phone, but she's like a size large. She's been small her whole life. I call her my mini me. We look exactly the same, except our size. I have been a head taller than her since like the 6th grade. I'm just much bigger than she is. I have a bigger body. I've always been in bigger clothes. So, she's like, well, let's just go check this section. Let's go see if there's anything there. I'm like, Mom, there's nothing there that's going to fit. Mom, there's nothing. Not in the way that she's like being mean about it ever. She's never a mean human, but unfortunately she just doesn't understand the experience, which is why we're having this conversation right now, because I think a lot of people don't understand the experience of trying to shop in a body that is bigger than what is offered in the store. So she's Googling and she's like, okay, let's go back to Belk because Belk says that they have a plus size section. I'm like, cool, bet, let's go. Macy's didn't, nowhere at the mall did. We schlep all the way back to Belk. We walk in and I'm like, oh my God, there's a plus size section sign. Motherfucker. It was cordoned off and they were doing construction. And I was like, where's the plus size? They're like, oh yeah, it's actually on the 3rd floor. I said, what do you mean? The women's section's down here on the 1st floor. Yeah, well, it's under construction. It's up on the 3rd floor now next to Home Goods. And I was like, so you want me to go up 3 flights of stairs? Either way, so I take the escalator all the way up there. It literally is in the Home Goods section. There's construction happening all around it. It's hot as fuck. There's no AC up there. So I'm sweating just looking at the clothes. And they do have a decent plus size section, but it's like what you typically think when you think of plus size clothes. It's like granny clothes. No offense meant there, but why can't we just have clothes that are like cute, staple, normal pieces that aren't florals, that aren't frilly, that aren't cold shoulder, that aren't whatever? Why can't we just have normal staple pieces? Either way. So I'm looking, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm like, okay, well, I'm willing to try it on. I go to find a fitting room. There's no fucking fitting room because it's Home Goods. I'm like, hey, I finally find a person. I'm like, hey, do I have to go all the way down to the 1st floor to try this stuff on? And they're like, oh no, don't even worry. Come into the kids department. I'm sorry, you want me to what? They're like, yeah, there's a dressing room in the kids department. I'm like, oh, okay. So drag my mom in there, my little helper, she's sitting on the stool and we go to start trying stuff on. Not a single fucking thing fits. Not a single thing has stretch. Not a single thing is actually made for a plus size body. They just sized up straight sizes. All the armholes are like the size of a thimble. Nothing is buttoning. Nothing is working. Nothing is stretching. At this point, I'm almost in tears. I'm sweating to death. And I'm like, you know what, Ma? I'm good. I'm good. I don't even want to do this anymore. This is not fun. I left feeling so beat down. And not only that, but like the pieces that were up there, I found a dress that was like, okay, this is kind of cute. It was $109 for like a terry cotton slip dress with a thing up the side. Like what you would find at Walmart for $8 was $109 here. So like, not only is there a fat tax, not only is it hidden up on the third floor, not only is it not sized appropriately, but like all of that to say, then you get put into the kids' dressing room. God, it's dehumanizing. And I really want you to hear me when I say this. Listen really close. You are not the problem. The system is. You are not the problem. Your body is not the problem. The system is. There is no reason why you should have to go up to the third floor, around the corner, by the fucking trash can to try and find clothes that fit you. There's no reason that you should have to order stuff online. There is no reason that there is huge swaths of our entire population that don't have access to affordable clothes that fit, clothes that are built for them, diversity in clothes. This system is broken. You are not. And I want to say this because I need my humans that are coming to my retreat to know that I have experienced this and I understand what you're going through, that you're so excited about something. You're so excited about a trip and you get derailed. You get derailed because some dumb shit like the clothes that you're trying to find don't fit. They're not accessible. They're not in stores. And so I say all of this to say, it is not you, babe. It's not. And I know that you're standing in a dressing room feeling dejected and devastated because you can't find cute clothes to go to this cute location to be with cute people where when they go shopping, they're walking out with just like adorable ass shit. And you're feeling like, I'm going to have to wear a muumuu, which is what I ordered. Brina, Misty Moss, I'm coming in hot in a fucking muumuu. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And guess what? Even those didn't fit. I have to cut them and re-sew them because it's one size fits most. I'm not one size fits most. So I sim rep those shits and I'm going to re-sew them so that they fit me. But look, there is also a tax on having to be somebody who orders everything. Because guess what? In this process, I have ordered $1,791 in clothes. And I would say of that $1,791 in clothes, maybe 4 pieces fit. And unfortunately, you have to order them to send back. I ordered 26 items from Amazon. I know, fuck Amazon. But guess what? Where the fuck are we getting clothes, right? It's fast fashion. Like I don't know what else to do. I ordered 26 items of clothes from Amazon. 3 of them fit. Well, I say fit. I had to seam rip them and I have to re-sew them. 2 of those are muumuus. 1 of those is a pair of shorts. I sent back 23 fucking items. I waited until it all came in, tried it all on together, and then like packaged up what didn't fit so I could take it back. And I'm in the line and people are like guffawing behind me because they have to scan every single package and blah, 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 all one by one by one. And then you just have to hope that it gets back to the Amazon department. And like I've had things where they're like, oh, well, you know, we received the wrong item. We're charging you anyways. I'm sorry, what? So now I like take photos of it. I put it back in its pack. I print out the little thing. I take it with me. And then I show up with 26 items that I have to return. I ordered stuff from a swim company and it was like skirts and a shirt. They're not returnable. Nowhere on their website does it say it's not returnable. You can get store credit. I don't want store credit. You've proven that your 2X doesn't fit a 2X. What else am I going to order from your website? And that was like a lot of money. American Tall. I shop from them all the time. They don't really have plus size, but they have long enough pants for me that I can squeeze into. I ordered 3 pairs of pants. All 3 of them are not their final sale because they were on sale. I've never had that happen. So I'm out all of this money simply because companies won't take your returns. So how the fuck are people shopping? I don't even understand. Lululemon, I was able to do it in store, but I had to return them in store. I had to go into the store because they wouldn't accept it online. I understand that when people who live in straight size bodies see content of like plus size creators going on and on about clothes that don't fit or accessibility and whatever, and people are like, it's all you talk about. God, it's exhausting. La, la, la. Yes, it is exhausting and we have to live it. And the The financial tax in order to do that is huge. And I just want people to know that this is an actual lived experience. This is something that I'm going through, that a huge portion of this population is going through. And what happens if you don't have the funds on a credit card or whatever to front the money to then return it, and hopefully it gets returned? What are those people doing, right? They're not shopping at Walmart. They're not shopping at fucking Belk and Macy's and all the places that claim that they have plus size. They're not shopping there. So what are we doing? We're ordering and sending back. It is frustrating as hell. I will say the one win in this. REI has a lot of issues going on right now with their director and their co-op founder and whoever else, right? There's just some weird shit that's happening there. But REI was the only place I walked into and walked out with a bag of clothes that fit me. They had multiple sizes in store that went up to a 3 and a 4X. I was like, what? I was able to try clothes on. I found clothes there that are quick drying and like hiking stuff. It's going to be perfect for Bali. I walked out with 2 pairs of pants, 3 shirts, 2 shorts. I can't even remember what else. I walked out with enough clothes to go on my 22-day trip and have enough clothes that I can wash and rewear, that I didn't have to shop anywhere else, but it didn't cover the things like, you know, the fancy dresses, and there are some dinners that we're doing that I need stuff for. So it covered like my day-to-day stuff, which was amazing. They were the only freaking company, and they were the last person I thought that was going to have plus size. Literally. So if you're somebody who lives in a bigger body and wants to do outside activities but needs something a little bit bigger, you know, a 2X, a 3X, they don't have above a 4X. Most brands, they don't carry anything above a 4X, which is unfortunate, which doesn't make them inclusive by any stretch of the imagination. But if you reside in a size 18, 12 to, I would say the biggest is probably a 20, check your REI. Go check your REI, because I was so pleasantly surprised. So I got a little bit of success there and a little bit of success at Torrid, but even Torrid, fuck, they're so expensive. For like a basic shirt, it's $60. It's banana cakes. So I just want to make it known that if you are struggling with finding clothes in today's day and age, and the farther we get into this Ozempic craze, this craze for thinner bodies and, you know, morality in a small body and access to clothes and things like that, you have to know that your body is not the problem. The system that we live in is. Companies do not want to cater to plus size bodies because they don't want their brand recognized on bodies that aren't the ideal body type. I say ideals in quotes if you're not watching this via video. The ideal quote unquote body type, which is smaller than an XL. Brands don't want their gear on bodies that look like mine for whatever the fuck reason. Because they're I don't know, founders and their shareholders don't want to be associated with fat people, which is just so silly and it's unfair. And so I just want you to know that I am walking with you. I understand the derailment of the excitement for the event. I understand that you might be struggling, and I also understand that your body is not the problem. My body is not the problem. If I don't fit into the clothes, it's not because my body needs to change. It's because we live in a society that doesn't want clothes to fit me. And that's just not okay. It's not. It's not okay. And I'm so sorry that you are also probably going through that. I will do everything in my power to try and put together some guides or something that can help people find clothes that feel authentic. I will even try and get people onto this podcast that are in the shopping space. I just reached out to somebody today who I love. They're based in California, and I'm hopefully going to have them on the podcast so that they can talk about how to shop for bodies that look like mine and are bigger than mine, because I think it is important. And I think even if there are stores that cater to just plus size people, if you live in a smaller body, let those companies just ride. Don't come at them and say, well, why don't you offer clothes in my size? Because guess what? You can shop virtually anywhere else. There are very few spaces that offer sizes that are exclusive to plus size bodies. So if that is you and you're mad about a company that doesn't offer clothes for you, think about how frustrating it is for people that live in bodies that are above an XL. So I hope this puts some perspective on the shopping experience for other people outside of the normal XL and below population. And I also just want to remind you again and again and again and again, it is not your body that's the problem. It's the system. Your body's not broken. Your body doesn't need to change. You're not glorifying obesity because you live in a body above a 12. You're not somebody who's broken or wrong or gross or disgusting or undeserving of fashion. You are deserving of it all. You are deserving of feeling good in your skin. You're deserving of dressing the way that you want to dress. And it's okay to not compromise that. It's okay to continue to look for that. It's okay to shop at places like the Plus Bus with Marcy. She's amazing. based in LA. It's a consignment store for secondhand plus size clothes. I got to shop at that at FatCon when I was in Seattle. One of my most favorite dresses I've ever put on my body was from the Plus Bus. But again, having access to that is important. So if you are going through this and you are somebody who is getting excited about a trip or getting ready to go on vacation or whatever, keep looking. The clothes are out there. I know they are. The companies are out there. I know they are. I know how to shop for plus size lingerie, but God, I'm not a fashion girly. I don't even know where to start with normal clothes. So I will do my best to try and get a resource list put together of clothes and shops that we can shop at for people that live in a bigger body, because I do think it is important. But I will also do my bestest to try and get some people onto this podcast that can talk directly into this. So I see you. I love you. Know that your body is okay. Your body is not broken. Your body doesn't need to change. And know that it is okay to get excited about a trip that you're so pumped to go on and then feel disappointed by not finding clothes that also fit. You're not alone. I've done it. I've walked it with you. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help you not feel sad about not finding clothes by being a resource. So that is my homework. My homework for you is go out and find clothes that feel really good. I'm learning to sew because I want to make clothes that feel good on my body. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying, let's try and find some resources. If you have resources, you are a fashion girly and you have resources, drop them in the comments. We would love to chat about it. I would love to fucking blast companies that are supporting people that are in plus size bodies. So if you are one of those people, let me know, reach out to me. If you want to come onto the podcast, I would be honored to have you. And for now, that is it. Happy hump day. And I cannot wait to see you for next week. And then I'm taking you along on the journey to Bali. We are going to be hosting our podcast in Bali for the few weeks that I'm there. And I will hopefully have access to some people that are there that I can interview. And it's going to be amazing. So thanks for being along on this journey. I love you so much. As a friendly reminder, this podcast is hosted by the Nude Troop, which is my online subscription service. It's only $11 a month, and you get access to literally hundreds of pieces of information, education, articles, community, and all sorts of stuff that you can dip your toe in to start feeling better in your body. And if you want to know more about the retreats that I'm hosting in October, I'm going to Ireland and Scotland. We only have 3 seats available at each. So I have 3 seats available for the Ireland retreat and 3 seats available for the Scotland retreat. And hopefully those will get picked up here shortly. So I love you. I will see you next week, and I hope you have the best day ever. Bye.